Hello, Emily May here, and welcome to another video. If you saw the last one I posted, the Quick Facts Emily May edition, you'll notice that it served as an introduction to who I am as a person. That time around, I gave you a rapid-fire quick list of superficial facts about myself. This time, however, we're going to dive a little deeper. The facts I'm going to tell you today are still objective, but they're more personal in nature. So without further ado, let me tell you 5 facts that are true about myself, but kinda aren't. And you know what? Some of these will probably be true about you as well. Number 1, I don't care what people think of me. Yep, you heard it. I do not care what another person's opinion of me is. You like me? You like me. Cool. If you don't like me, you don't like me. Also cool. Now, do I go out of my way to make people not like me? No, of course not. I don't think I'd be a good person if I did that. So you heard it here. I don't care what another person thinks of me. I really don't. That is, until my social anxiety kicks in, at least. There are just certain situations and scenarios where I get really nervous and I flub up my words. I hate phone calls in particular. I despise them. And I think the reason for that is because I'm afraid of being judged. I'm afraid people will have a bad first impression of me because I do something like flub up my words on an initial meeting. But I think everybody is at least a little bit afraid of judgment, and I also believe that everybody, including myself, wants to be liked at least a little bit. I think it's been proven in psychological studies where people don't necessarily go out of their way to make people like them, but they have this inner desire to be loved, to be cared for, to be liked. And that is definitely true of me. So, I don't care what people think of me, but I do at the same time. Number 2, I am a healthy individual, physically and mentally. I like to go on walks. I ski. I'm teaching myself how to snowboard. I throw a baseball around with my boyfriend. On a rare occasion, I kick a soccer ball around. I like to hike. I like to kayak. I also eat. I hate mornings, but when I'm up for it, I eat the 3-ish meals a day. I'm also able to get through the day. I'm also able to complete everything I need to. I'm able to cross off all the tasks that I have listed in my agenda. But do I struggle to do those things frequently? Yeah. I don't regularly exercise enough. I should be doing more. I feel bad about it, but do I do something about it? No. I probably also as well don't eat enough either. I do eat the meals in a day, but it's probably not enough calories. And then when it comes to getting through the day and getting my shit done, sometimes my mood and my focus say, no, you're not. So this will get its own video, but in high school, mostly high school, and then a little bit in college, I was struggling with depression and anxiety, so it was really hard for me to be in a frequently good mood. Now that's better, but currently, I also struggle with focus. I haven't had a recent diagnosis with ADHD. I did mention that I have an ADHD brain in the quick facts, but there are certain days where I find it really hard to get the initial motivation to start things or to maintain that motivation to keep working on it throughout the day. Sometimes it's even hard for me to get out of bed because I just don't feel like it. So yeah, I'm able to function as a healthy individual, but when you really look in the inside, it's a struggle to be that healthy of a human being. Number 3, I have a lot of hobbies and interests. So, as mentioned before, I said I'm really into sports. I like to draw. I like to write. I was really into watercolor painting for a while. And then I have a lot of random interests. So I like superheroes. I like to bake and cook. I like the subject of the video games that I mentioned before, Skyrim, Mass Effect, Pokemon, etc. But do I actually do any of them or research / just look into any of those things? Not really, and At least not anymore. Part of it's because when you're in college, you're swamped. I'm constantly stressed, tired, and burnt out. I don't feel like doing anything. And then I take my opportunities over winter and summer break to recuperate from all of the stress. So yes, I do a lot of things and I have a lot of interests, but I just don't do them as much anymore because of how my brain is, at least as a college student. I would like to, pick them up again, but grad school is going to be a thing, so that means even less time to do these things. But I'm working on it. So yeah, I like a lot of things, but do I partake in them or study them? Not really. But I like to, though? Yes. Number 4, I'm not doing YouTube for money. And I'll tell you why not. The first is because I was inspired by a bunch of YouTubers back in the day. Fun fact, I've wanted to do YouTube since middle school. I'm not going to tell you what year that was because I don't want to feel old. But I'll give you a couple examples of who I'm talking about. Connor Franta, Joe Sugg, Tyler Oakley. They showed me that YouTube can just be another avenue of artistic expression. Like I said before, I was into other art forms like drawing and writing, and this was just another way that I could express myself. Another benefit to this is that it can be a form of catharsis. I have a lot of emotional baggage, and I do plan on sharing that trauma with you because I feel like it would be good for me to get those feelings out in the open. And I trust y'all, and I know that there are going to be people who relate and who will listen to my story. But would making money be nice? Absolutely. I'm a college student. I'm swimming in debt. Now, I know it's not realistic to think that this will become a job in a short period of time. I know that in order to do that, to eventually become monetized, you need a lot of patience, skill, effort, time, and realistically, probably a bit of luck. So I know at this point in time, it's not realistic to expect to make money. But I have hope that I can build up to that point in the future. Now, I'm going to get a big boy job, make some big boy money with the degrees that I'll be earning, because my dream goal is to be a therapist. But for the longest time, I've wanted to be a social media influencer. So if I could at least make this a side hustle, that'd be cool. But my main motivation to do this, it's not to make money. But that would be cool, though. Number 5, I have a plan for my future. So, I said I'm a college student. I'm in an undergraduate program at Bloomsburg, and I'm working towards getting my degree in psychology and minor in health communications. But when I'm done at Bloomsburg, I plan on going to grad school, because in order to do what I want to do, I need to have that degree and the licensing. So every state has its own requirements. And the master's program is what helps build you up to take that test. So I want to become a licensed counselor so I can eventually become a therapist. My ultimate goal in life is to be a fully, somewhat functioning, but independent adult. I want to eventually move out of this house, have the big boy job, like I mentioned, start making some money, pay off my debt, and then it would be nice if I could move in somewhere with my loving boyfriend, Talon. That would be amazing. So, it sounds like I have my life figured out, but do I? Because sometimes, no, scratch that, most of the time it feels like I don't. In reality, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I graduate in May. Every time I tell someone that, I lose a little bit more of my soul, and that thought terrifies me. Because yes, I'm going to grad school, but that's still a scary future to think about. I'm preparing myself to go out in the real world and be a real adult, whatever that means. Things also feel a little hopeless, mostly because of our government. Because, with our economy, the housing market, just everything is a mess right now. So I don't have a lot of faith in my ability to be able to afford much, aka afford to move out of this house. So I do have a plan for my future. I really do. I know what the next steps are to eventually get the dream job. But the process to get to that point, I'm improving. I'm just spitballing. I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm getting there, but I'm getting there in a very, very stressed way. Well, that was kind of a grim note to end on. Me saying I have no plans and everything seems hopeless. But you know what? I said everything seems hopeless. I never said I didn't have hope. I just gotta keep my head up, stay positive, and keep doing my best. Because that's all anyone and I can really ask for. And my life motto is just take one day at a time. And that is exactly what I am doing. And it's helped so far. So that's my life advice for y'all. Just take it one day, one step at a time. You got this. And hey, there's another bright side, at least in this video. You guys learned even more about me as a person and who I am. You got to learn more about my personality versus just quick fun facts about myself, so that's pretty cool. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. So be sure to subscribe and to click that notification bell because I don't really have a set posting schedule. And that is because my life is crazier than I am. So just be on the lookout for new videos. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.